everyone. Nicholas, please have a seat. Many of you have been playing in the concerts or singing at the carol service last night, so I just wanted to extend a personal thank you to all of you who are involved in those events. It's always a busy time of year, wrapping up the end of a term that hopefully has been contained all sorts of challenges and experiences that have allowed you to, well, maybe you reflect on it over the break a little bit, what it's meant for you and your growth. But thank you very much for those performances. It takes a lot of preparation and time to get yourself ready for doing that. We're heading into this sort of festive season, which means different things for different people and different families. I know that. And the commercialization of Christmas in this country is something that is unavoidable. Essentially, after you come off the back end of Halloween, it's there, the lights, the music, and all that sort of stuff. But also there are others from other faiths and backgrounds that are celebrating different things at this time of year, like Hanukkah, for example. So I'm keenly aware of that. We are going to sing a couple of songs today. The first one is going to be Frosty the Snowman. There's a lead-in like, couple of lines, and I'm unfamiliar with them. I don't really know them, so I'm probably not going to get on board with that section. But if you know the lead-in lines, you get going on that. Okay, there's some wonderful sweaters in here that will just help buoy the volume in the chapel, I'm sure. So please stand for Frosty the Snowman. All right, so I'm going to pass over in a minute, although we did almost sing that quite well a cappella. And I was listening to Miss Lyric to work out what some of the notes were, so thank you, Miss Lyric. I'm now going to introduce Miss Smith, who's going to come up and tell you a little bit more about Jingle Jog, which is happening on Wednesday next week. Now, the school has been doing a Jingle Jog for, I think, the last 18 years or something. However, it's in the last 3 years that the Clement Centre have really got involved as well with this event on campus. Okay, so yeah, please listen in, because it's great to make that connection between who the Clement Centre are, why they're coming and getting involved in this event, and actually how how their program ties into what we do here at QMS as well.
I think that we've come to a place in our communities, thankfully, where we do expect to see our demographics reflected in businesses, and really see businesses also reflect who their community members are.
I supervise Lydia at the library at Queen Margaret School. We look after the kids in the junior school from preschool, so 3 years old, all the way up to grade 7. I didn't seek Lydia. Lydia came to us. We have this person from Clement's. Do you think that you have a place for her? And I said, well, what does she do?
Clement Center for Families is a large nonprofit organization that serves children and adults with developmental disabilities and neurodiversities and fetal alcohol syndrome.
Having Clement's be a support for Lydia is wonderful, because I don't feel alone. I feel like I'm part of a team. Lydia is a wonderful, wonderful addition. She tells us what she wants. She paces herself now, and she's learned so much, and we've learned so much from her. And everything worked out perfectly. Clement's has been wonderful.
I'm a job developer. I've been working in the field for about 14 years. And what that looks like is our referrals come from CLBC. They send the job seekers to us. And then we work very closely with them and do a strong discovery process to identify what their skills and attributes are and what their desires are to find meaningful employment. And then we work very closely with our employer partners. And then working closely with the job seeker, we match the two for long-term success. All of our services are free. We offer ongoing support and follow-up support, so that at any point, if the job seeker would like to advance within the job, we support and help with retraining for that. Or if tasks are added to their job description, then we step back in for retraining as well.
Librarian is my dream job. I love my job. I think it is a step up being towards a librarian, because they have invited me to come back to work with the kids for them again in September, and I have a feeling I will have this job for multiple years.
Towards the end of the school year, I went to Human Resources to ask if she could be extended in September, and they got everything all set up and made it open-ended enough so that if and when Lydia learns more skills, she will be able to do more work. And I got our team together, and then I told her, and yes, she was pretty excited.
We take the onus off of the employer when they meet their new employee of figuring out where is going to be a good match, what's a good fit for this new employee. We've done that work for you through our strong discovery process prior to even approaching you. What's really important to us is to promote full independence within the job, to having that employee feeling comfortable in their own skin, in the environment at work, and eventually we fade out to give them their full independence, just like any other employee.
I would say that one of the biggest barriers to inclusive employment and inclusive hiring is perception. Not everybody has a direct relationship with a person with an intellectual disability. Be able to know that this person has tons of skill sets, tons of ability, strength, stamina, all of the things that are needed. I think people that just don't have that close relationship with disability to see it in its true lens of everything that it is and not just the things that people fear it is not.
I'm hoping that she has the opportunity to do what she wants to do. And that is so vague, I know, but whatever makes her happy, I hope there's a space for her to do it.
We all have difficulties sometimes, though. I hope that when students graduate, or even when they're getting older, that they will definitely see Lydia and other people's abilities rather than their disabilities.
Good morning, everybody. I really enjoyed that little film. I knew that Lydia was coming to campus every couple of days during the week, and I didn't realize the depth of her job until I saw this little film. And one of the great things about my job here as the athletic director is I get to actually work within the school, and I get to work with the community as well, bringing community coaches in to help coach some of our athletics programs. But then also we get to pair with community services like the Clement Center for the Jinglebell jog, which is coming up next week on Wednesday, on your last day of school before the holiday break. And I wanted you to see this little film so that you could relate the Jinglebell jog to the Clement Center, which is who we fundraise for. So they gave us Lydia. She works in our library, and we get to give back through the Jinglebell jog and donations that go directly to the Clement Center and help people outside in the community. So the Jinglebell jog is next Wednesday morning. It's going to be run a lot like the Terry Fox run. How many people did the Terry Fox run? Should be every single hand. It's a whole school event. And so the Jinglebell jog is going to be next Wednesday morning, just after break. We'll all meet on the field, just like you did for the Terry Fox run, except this time you get to wear your Christmas running clothes. You can come to school dressed to run that day. And you will see these posters around the school for the next week. There is also a letter that has gone home. There is a QR code on the poster, and that is where you can scan to get the website link to order a T-shirt. So we have like this red elf T-shirt that's available for purchase, and the proceeds go as donations towards the Clement Center. So you can see these posters. That little QR code will show you where you can make a donation if you would like to do that on the morning of the run. And after the run, after everybody goes around the route around the streets back through Innisfree Farm, we will have hot chocolate and cookies for everybody at the end of the run. And we will also have donation boxes on the day of the event. You can also invite your parents to come if you would like to have a family member come on the morning of the event as well. We're inviting some of our family as well if they would like to come out for it. Okay, so that's next Wednesday. I hope everybody's going to come out and run. Wear your running shoes on Wednesday morning. I'll be there too. And there you go. There's your Jinglebell jog.
Thanks, Lucy. So I get to follow that. Yeah.
If Mr. Monroe is quite willing to share his playlist with you, he's got this really good Christmas playlist, I think, as you can tell. I, however, want to go back to the Clement Centre and ask you again, as Ms. Smith did, to get behind this as a fundraiser. We're really proud of our relationship with the Clement Centre, and the work they do is just sensational. So we've had as many as 5 Clement Centre employees here at QMS, and I think we have 4 at the moment, but we have had 5, and they see us as big allies and big supporters, and that's the way it should be. When they came and did a presentation here, it was actually one of the more eye-opening presentations that I'd listened to, and you know, the whole notion of, before they were founded in the 60s, I think it was 67 or something, but before they were founded, kids and young adults and adults even who were neurodiverse basically just either went to an institution or stayed at home. And so they didn't have anything approaching the feeling of a normal life. And that is a tragedy as far as well, I'm sure you'll agree. That's a tragedy. It was a tragedy. And an organization like this has completely changed that picture for them. When you see Lydia's joy, and she's just one, but you see her joy of having a meaningful job and routine and feeling of use to society, and then to be kept on at the school. So it's no longer just an experiment, it's an actual meaningful role. I think hopefully, particularly this time of year, I hope something like that fills you with joy. It certainly fills me with joy. So let's get right in behind it and keep supporting the Clement Centre, as we support things so well. It's just something we do here at QMS, so let's keep that going. Well done. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.